honestly, I tell you what, I think that we do need to build a fence, but we need to build that shit around Canada. South Park had it right. Fuck Canada, all right? And if there's any Canadians in here right now that don't like what I'm saying, I got two things to say. You're responsible for Bryan Adams and Claude Lemieux. Game over, all right? Fuck you.
Don't forget Celine Dion.
Yeah, well, see, I don't want to get, crazy. But yeah, Celine Dion, awful. Although I will say, when she sings that Titanic song, it gets me every time. Leo died. But no, seriously, those Canadians are pissing me off, all right? First of all, their coins, tell me there's not a single person in here that when you get your change, and later on that day, you pull it out of your pocket, there's a Canadian quarter in it. Fuck! That shit will stay with you to the day you die. If you try to use a Canadian quarter at like a McDonald's, you might as well just give them the finger and walk out. You'll get a better reaction. They hate that. I actually saved up all my Canadian quarters one time and went over there to Windsor. That was really the only reason I could find to do that. I walked into a Canadian bank, handed them to the teller, and they actually looked at me and went, "Oh yeah, no, that shit's not real. We just toss it over the border to screw with you, eh?" I knew it! Fuckers. And seriously, you know what? The Canadians are making us look bad in this country, right? They are, anytime something violent happens, like this shit last weekend with a couple days ago with the Batman premiere, they're the first ones to jump up and go, "Oh yeah, we don't have any of those violent crimes. We keep our guns under control, you crazy fucking Americans." You know what? No. You know why you don't have any violent crimes? Because you sound like that. Imagine if you were a teller at a bank and somebody walked in there and said, "Hey, you fucking hoser, give me all your money right now." You're fucking kidding me, right? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Seriously. But the worst part, this is the biggest issue I have, fucking Canadian bacon. That shit is ham, alright? Bacon is the greatest creation on the history of the planet, and they have the audacity to try to piggyback on that shit? Fuck no, alright? I would crab walk naked over 2 football fields of broken glass to get bacon, and they're trying to ride its coattails. They could pass a law in Ireland that says you either have to have bacon or whiskey, and this is the reaction you get. "Oh, you fucking hoser, I'll rip your goddamn heart out of your chest and I'll put it under the fucking bullshit. You fucking bastard." We'll take the bacon. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. That's my time. Support all the comedians. Thank you very much.
The same thing would happen. I would go out with my girlfriend, we'd be out on dates, having fun, walking, "Hey baby, how you doing?" And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a girl would come up, "Kevin!" jump up on me. "Oh, hey, Teresa, how you doing? This is my girlfriend Kiki." Introduce her right away so you don't say nothing awkward. And then, you know what, we gotta go to a movie, got some stuff to do, I gotta see you later. We'll be going out this way, all right? Now I'm walking along, trying to, change the conversation, change the awkward moment. "Oh man, is that the new Chrysler 300? You got that cleaned up really nicely." Then I look back, see her standing the same way each time. "Did you fuck the bitch?" Yeah. "Was it good?" She was alright, she had some skills. Now the next question is what always gets me in trouble. "So what did y'all do?" We was, playing basketball one time, some rough housing went on, and we ended up having sex on the basketball court. Now the next part, I'll encourage you ladies to try this out for yourselves, because it will improve your relationship, and you can thank me for it later on. Well, the next thing she says to me is, "So where's the nearest basketball court?" And I'm telling you, because you're not mad that he had sex with another woman, you're mad because he's seen that woman and now his thought process is on the sex that he had with her. So now you gotta go out and now do that. So and if you do that, ladies, I promise you, next time your man goes and play basketball, he'll be giggling so hard. Boys looking at him, "How the fuck are you smiling so hard? And why is your penis hard?" Time out, he can't play anymore. He can't play. And if you put it down the right way, next time he sees that girl, he won't even pay attention to her. Hey, Kevin. Hey, ho. And walk off on her. The same thing you should do for y'all, fellas. Fellas, if you see your girls and the guy will come up to her and talk to her, now she won't tell you that she fucked him, because women gonna keep that secret till the day they die. So you just gonna have to know, but you'll know by the way he talk to her. He'll be like, oh, hey, what's up, Angie? Like, long time, I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, you look good, you know, but I see you with your man and all, so I'm gonna let you have your date or whatever. I'll talk to you later. It's all right, bye. You can just stand there looking mad. And if you ask her, did you fuck him? She's gonna say, no, I didn't fuck him. And it would just be that. You just start an argument. So you gotta come into a different way. Look here, baby, you are the queen of my existence. You are my future. I'm gonna build with you, and it's gonna be lovely. Nobody can break that down for me. All I wanna know is what you did with him so I can do it better for you. And if you hit her with that, she'll melt. Well, we had some Moscato, it was a little bit tipsy, and he put on a little striptease for me, and we did it. As soon as you hear the story, fellas, that's your cue to go to Cirilla's or whatever sex shop you can find, buy you some sequin bikini drawers, a bow tie, and an afro. Go to the nearest Meyer, get you a Moscato, and you take your woman home and you put on a show for her. Good evening, lady. Coming to the stage for you for one night and for one night only. Disco Balls! And you work it. Working for your lady. And I guarantee you, see if she don't cook you breakfast the next morning. You wake up, oh, baby, damn, you cooking? Yeah, I make you some pancakes, some waffles, some eggs, some bacon, some grits, and some freshly squeezed orange juice for you, Disco Ball. And because of the situation now, like I said, it helps your relationship. So now when I'm with my girlfriend and a lady comes up and that same situation happens, I'm never nervous now. So I'm walking with my girlfriend, having a good time. Hey, baby, I love you too. We having fun going to the movies. Lisa, look, I got with my girl right here. We're going to the movies. I ain't got time for this. We're going to keep it moving. You have a good night. That awkward look again. Did you fuck her? Yeah, I did. We're going to need some chocolate sauce, some handcuffs, a slinky, and a small monkey. We're going to work it out, all right? My name is Kev.
Recently, I had to start shopping at Save-A-Lot. Now, I guess I didn't have to, but, circumstances aren't the best, so you want to get some chances to save money where you can. And I realized Save-A-Lot has kind of a stigma attached to it. People, they'll think you're poor, or they'll assume the worst about you because you shop there. It's not totally true. Save-A-Lot, you can save money because they don't have any of the frills like you see at these fancy stores, like advertising or cleanliness or people who care about their job. So when you have those things, they cut out those frills, they can pass the savings on to you. And people will say, well, Save-A-Lot just sells like knockoff brands, or not main name brands. Well, that's true, but I don't know about you guys. I don't need Captain Crunch to hold my hand in the breakfast aisle. I can buy the knockoff things that will still cut my mouth up just the same as Captain Crunch. So I'm good with that. And Save-A-Lot's fine and all, but I think there's one way they're really trying to give a subtle like F you to the people who shop there, and it's not right. You'll buy your stuff at Save-A-Lot, and they don't bag your groceries, so I guess that costs a lot of money. That's something they cut out. And when you go and take your stuff home, they're like, yeah, go over to that table over there and put it in one of these boxes that they've got sitting there. They're like cut up all weird, and it's what they got their stuff shipped to them in. It's basically they're saying, we'll save you money, but your broke ass is gonna throw out our trash before you leave. And it's just not right. I don't like it. So that that's not that great, but you know, I've dealt with worse, and there are people out there who really have it tough. Like, I shouldn't complain the way I do. Like, I saw this commercial for Feed the Starving Kids, one of those loser countries, and Aunt Jackie from Roseanne was in this commercial, and I was like, first I was happy because she was getting work again, but I felt really bad for the kid that she was in the commercial with. She like points to him and says, "This is David, he's an orphan at 10, and he's got to take care of his brother and sister." And that really bummed me out. And they cut over to David, and he's just bawling in the corner. Like, just crying more than I've ever seen anybody cry. And I felt really bad, and I was like, were they just there on the perfect day to catch that? Or was there some Hollywood director, he's all like cynical now, and he's just sitting there watching, he's like, "We're not going to sell anything that way." It's like, "Hey David, we're going to do another take, and I want you to think about how you never see your parents alive again." It's like, "That's right, I want to see some tears, pussy, let's move some units here." And then after that, I guess he goes back to America and does some like Sarah McLachlan animal ads. So that seems to be the career path for people in that field. Now, I saw a study that said that the average age for people who play video games is 25 to 30. I don't really fit in that demographic because I haven't really played games since the old Nintendo. And my game of choice back then was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Yeah! I loved that game. You know, I played that all the time. I was never that great. I could never beat Tyson. Because back then, you know, Mike Tyson, you know, you had to have a really strong defense to stand up to him. Like, no did not mean no to Tyson back then. So Little Mac had to take a lot of that heat. Could never beat him, you know. But that game, it taught me a couple things that I think hold up, and it taught me a couple things that don't. Like, the first one was, in that game, if you lost 3 times in a row, you were done. And then that kind of like, you know, you strike out 3 times and anything else, you're pretty much done. So I learned that at an early age. But the second thing that doesn't add up is that game shouldn't have been called Punch-Out! It should have been called The Nintendo Guide to Beating Up Stereotypes. Because that's pretty much all it was. And it's really bad. I don't know what these like Nintendo execs were thinking. They put some shady stuff in there. Yeah. So I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, video games now, they say they're so realistic, and maybe that's true. Like, they're a lot more realistic than Punch-Out! Was. Like, my one friend plays NCAA 2012. He called me, he's like, "Hey Pat, I named a player in the game after you." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." A couple months later, he calls me, he's like, "Yeah, Pat Seaver won the Heisman." So that really threw me for a loop, because, you know, that's the first time I've won anything. I mean, I've got participation ribbons and stuff, but no Heisman. So I don't know, that's just weird. It's like, yeah, if they really wanted to be realistic with a Pat Seaver in the game, they'd call it a cubicle jockey or a 5K run walk participant, something like that. You know, before I go, it's almost my time. I want to tell you a little bit about my sex life, but I want to make sure I get it right. All right, moving on. Well, thank you very much, Grand Rapids.
I do like Detroit. It's a racially mixed up place, you know. There's a lot of beautiful black women there, like there are in the audience tonight. Yeah, let's give it up for the sisters. I got a question. Do y'all fuck with white dudes? I used to ask that question a lot, and I started to feel kind of racist and shit, so I modified it a little. Now I go with, "Hey, you ever have sex with a guy where it's still pretty good, but you're not as sore afterwards?" That shit actually worked twice, which really started fucking with me, you know what I mean? That shit was kind of crazy. Nah, but my brother's mixed. My little brother, you know, he's an African. Real talk, you know. He's like the tanner, better looking version of me. Gets pulled over more though. That shit is fucked up. I'm tired of racism personally, man. I'm sick of this shit. It has affected my life the whole time, so I came up with a system to get rid of it. I can stomp racism out in 2 generations. I'm talking about government mandated interracial sex. Are you guys with this shit? I'm not playing around. I'm talking about, yeah, you know y'all got the fever in here. Y'all got the fever. I'm talking about sex blimps from Nairobi, Kenya to Stockholm, Sweden that only stop to refuel and ice down. I'm talking about some serious shit. White guys in the place, get ready, okay? We're gonna retire the Sunny D for a while and get involved with something called sweet berry juice. Shit is delicious too, I've had it twice. Yeah. Red-headed women, we're pairing you up with big black dudes. It might not sound like the obvious move at first, but trust me, they're just as excited as you are. Nah, seriously. I see some beautiful people that are mixed, you know? Me personally, as a man, I love Latasians. Anyone know what a Latasian is? Women that are half Latino and half Asian, they're fine as hell. But I got a question. If you're half Latin and half Asian, does that mean that you can't drive to not work? Oh, y'all groaning, man. Quit playing. Quit playing. I'm a white dude. Obviously, I hire Mexicans all the time. And occasionally Asian women, if you know what I'm saying. I've seen some weird mixes lately, man. Seen some weird mixes lately. The other day, I seen a Hawaiiano. That's a Hawaiian albino. I didn't even know that motherfuckers existed. Then after that, I saw my favorite one I've seen yet. That was an aloho. I was like, what is your story? She said, I'm an aloho. I said, what's that? She said, I'm a half Hawaiian, half Alaskan midget prostitute with great summer rates. You can bet that sweet ass I said aloha to a hand job. Y'all been wonderful, man. My name's Jerome Joyce. I'll be around. Please come talk to me and shit, because I'm from Detroit and I want to meet you.
This song is called The Things I Hate About Facebook. Alright? FMLGFY BTW, I want to die. I just had surgery. Here's a pic. I just showed up in court today. Someone I hate had a bad day, and I clicked like twice, cause I'm a dick. Thanks, Megan, I love you. I got eggs at the store on sale. Relationship status is an epic fail. I don't give a shit where you just checked in. Lame reposting guilt trips. Someone just watch a YouTube clip and tag their picture of me I wasn't in. These are the things I hate about Facebook. Timeline X's in the new look. Online fights and making amends. Invitations to Words with Friends. Or Castleville. Or Bubble Pop. Really? Or My Calendar. Really, we live in a nation with a smartphone and we can't get everybody's calendars right. We don't even like all of our friends on Facebook. Do we really need their birthdays? Excuse me. Please tell us how you broke the law about that stupid movie you saw and keep inviting me to the same event. Because really, after 17 times, I might just go. Share some radical political views and link me to some stupid news. You're not the mayor of shit, so get bent. Everyone with me? You're not the mayor of shit, so get bent.
Any further, I just want to ask you all to give a round of applause to your wait staff. Give them a round of applause, please. They are working so hard for you all, and I just want to ask my Caucasian friends to make sure you tip them well. Tip them twice, because there's a lot of black people here tonight, and we ain't tipping. I know that's a stereotype, but it's true. You know why we don't tip? Because when we were serving y'all back in the day, we didn't get a tip back then. This is reparations time. He's like, wow. Oh, man. Actually, I gotta be honest with y'all. I know I pick on this race stuff, but I'm not really black. Oh, really? I found out in 8th grade I wasn't black. You see, in Indiana schools, we had this course called physical education. Some of you older people may have just called it gym. And in this class, they tried to teach us how to play basketball. And that ain't me. In the same class, for some reason in Indiana schools, and I don't know if it's like that in Michigan, but for 2 weeks out of the year, they try to teach us how to square dance. And for some reason they think all black people have rhythm. Trust me, I don't. I look like that little thing that they see at the grand openings that's blowing up, that's blowing in the wind. That's about as much rhythm as I got. The third clue that came to me that let me know that I wasn't black was when we all had to take showers together. Shut up, that ain't funny.
My drinking habits did come in handy though, because my son will never finish his milk, so I came up with the game Bebe La Leche, and every time that Dora says something in Spanish, he's got to take a drink. My kid is the only kid in daycare that can shotgun a juice box. Yeah. Proud parent. My son the other day, he took 2 bowls and started banging them together and he broke them, and I got so mad at him. I was like, what's mommy gonna use to smoke her weed now? I have the worst road rage ever. I had it once in a Starbucks drive-thru. I was like so mad because the woman in front of me ordered like 8 mocha frappuccinos, and that takes forever. Stupid bitch. All I wanted was just 1 cup of coffee, you know, so I'm like screaming out my window and shit. When I finally get up to the window, the guy at the drive-thru is like, I'm so sorry, whatever you want is on the house. And I'm like, fine! I want 8 mocha frappuccinos. I don't let my son watch Disney movies. I know, I'm a bad parent. But personally, I blame Disney for my high expectations of men, right, ladies? Yeah. And for my wish for at least one of my parents to be dead. Think about that. I had a conversation with some friends the other day about like who is the most evil of all Disney villains. And my one friend's like, you know, like the witch from Sleeping Beauty, and my other friend's like Ursula and all that shit. And I'm like, I think it's that little boy from Old Yeller. He is a ruthless bastard. Okay. I was having a conversation with some of my friends about sex, and one of my friends is like, I like my ears played with. My other friend's like, I like my neck played with. I'm like, really? I like my vagina played with. You should totally try that sometime. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I did not have sex in high school. I was kind of a prude. But before high school, I was a total slut. I had a boyfriend once who was really bad at sex, and he'd be like, Stephanie, do you want it harder? Do you want it faster? I'm like, I just want it better. Or over. I had a boyfriend once who was really good at sex, and having sex with him was like having sex for the first time ever. But mostly because he gave me candy and told me he'd kill my parents if I told anyone. You're welcome. I just recently got a new app on my iPhone, and it's like you try and guess the celebrity. They squish their faces, and then you have to guess who the celebrity is. And I always lose because I always guess Renee Zellweger. It's awful. Dave Matthews Band is like the Applebee's of music. That's all I got on that one. But it's true. It's true. One time I was really down about life, and I called a suicide hotline, and they put me on hold. And the hold music was Nickelback, which was ironic because that's the reason why I called in the first place. Recently I've I've been getting hit on by a lot of black guys, which is really upsetting because I didn't think I gained that much weight.
White people in the audience, will you please do me one favor? What? Spank your fucking kids. Spank them motherfuckers, but spank them hard though. If they come home talking about I'm the Joker, kick that ass. They're gonna shoot up the movie theater. You know what? As soon as I heard the movie theater got shot up, I was like, goddamn white people. I knew it wasn't Ray Ray or Lil Joselito. They didn't want to see the movie. They don't want to kill a bunch of people. That's fucked up. I know it's too soon, and you know what? My prayers go out to the families that lost their families. But god damn though, man. You know what? They didn't kill him though, did they? Did they get to kill him?
Nope.
He's still alive? Yep. They should kill him slow on national TV.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If it was me, I'll get out some of that old medieval shit that they had when they was trying to make us all turn into Catholics. Fuck, that's how I got my name, pagan. I had many of family members on the torture rack. Hell no, we won't go. Okay, I will. Shit. Racism is alive and well. I know. The white boy up here was talking all kinds of shit about building a goddamn fence and shit. Who gonna build it? Not you. You can't even take 20 minutes in the sun. Do you know how hot it is on the border, motherfucker? You'll look like a goddamn lobster by the time your shift is over. One shift. Be dropping like flies and shit. The Olympics is coming and shit. This white boy said, how come there's no Mexicans in the Olympics? Bitch, we all got here. Everybody that can run, jump, and swim, we here. You want to stop Mexicans from put black people as border control. They can catch us. But you white people ain't gonna catch us. I'm just saying. I grew up in the projects, man. Hey, when I got tagged, I'm in all recess. I can't catch one black person to save my life.